Okay, tell us about this fair and why is important traveling and studying in USA.
Well, I take boarding schools from the United States and Canada and even Switzerland and the United Kingdom all over the world to recruit students. We come here each year. This is probably my 20th year to come to Bogota. I've had family in Bogota since the 1950s, so it's been a wonderful place to come all my life. And I think it's important, especially for Bogota, I never leave it off of our schedule. Sometimes we go to a country 1 year, every 2 or 3 years, but we always come to Colombia. And there are a lot of Colombian students that want to study for a summer or a year in the United States or Canada, and so that's why we come.
Why is important to go to United States and study there?
I, I think it's important to go to the United States, but I also think it's important to go to Canada or to the UK or Switzerland. And I think any student who has lived around the world or spent time around the world is a much better student, but it's also a great way to get into the best universities. They want to see that you've had an exchange program in their life.
Where we can find more information about these programs and the fair.
You can go to boardingschooltours.com. And on boardingschooltours.com, there's lots of information about exchange programs, study abroad, 1 year away, or all the boarding schools of the world.
Can you give me a suggestion for those students who want to apply to those programs?
Oh, sure. If they go to boardingschooltours.com or even a website like boardingschoolreview.com, they can just click on and say, oh, I want to study for 3 months in the United States or Canada, or I want to study for 1 year. And they can choose a place, or they can say, oh, I want to do scuba diving, or I want to do gymnastics, or I want to do English lessons. And it'll take them to all of the schools across the US and Canada where they can find that information.